Alright, y'all, that took a while. Whew, but I'm done. We planted what, let me see, I think we planted what, 4. And 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's count it together. Let's see. We got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Planted 20 sweet potato slips. And that's what we got left for now. Which I don't know what I'm gonna do with those things. Probably give them away to somebody. Cause I really don't have room for them. Unless something die off. Like I'll just let them keep growing for now. I'll let them keep growing for now. And if I don't know, if depends on how these cucumbers do, squash and zucchini, I may end up planting them over here. Maybe, we'll see. I'll figure out something to do with them. But before I let y'all go tonight, let me go ahead and do a garden update. So this is just the bottom clippings of the sweet potato stem. All right, the bottom clippings of the sweet potato root. Sweet potato slip. I'm gonna move this out the way. We just throw it in that bucket there for now. So I'll figure out what to do with it. Now I'm gonna come back over this with water. Because when you're transplanting anything, it has to have a lot of hydration in the beginning. All right, let's take a look here. So over here is my white potatoes, right? So we have one growing there. Now we have a couple of more tiny ones growing in this area here. Well, here's one here, which is going to be the same potatoes, Devon probably. A couple of more tiny ones growing over here in this area here. As you can't see it right now because it's covered up with this dirt that I just took from the sweet potato side. We got one here. Okay, that was the one that was growing last week or whatever, the other day. Okay, here's a new one here. That's grass right there, but this is a vine from a white potato, and this side here is the gold potatoes. Okay, this here, the gold potatoes. That could be, I think that's gold potato too. I think it's either that or russet. Now that has to be probably russet right there, since it's way over there. But anyway, this is from the other day. That's a lot of growth in one day. I'm sorry, in 1 week, I think. It took 1 week, I think. So there's a lot of growth for 1 week. Those vines are very thick and very tough. All right, this is the, let's take a view from this angle here of the how tall that bush bean of plant is. But these guys are doing pretty good. We see some yellow leaves, but that's fine. We'll clip those off within the next few days. But this thing is looking very dark. Yeah, they're very healthy right now. This is the rainbow chard. They're looking fine. The leaves are getting pretty big. You can harvest this a leaf at that size. It's like spinach. So I can harvest that now. But they're really growing here lately. And this is the bell pepper plants. They're growing slow, but they're growing. Excuse the mothballs. We know what they're for. We know what they're for. They're to keep the moth away. All right, corn is looking very raggedy, y'all. corn is looking very, very raggedy. They may bounce back. I don't know, man. If not, we'll figure something out. Of course, y'all know I cleared this bed, this side of the squash patch the other day. This guy here, barely hanging on, so I may go pull him out the ground too. This one I know for sure he's gonna come out the ground. Tired of looking at him. Tired of looking at him. I may go plant him tonight or this evening. So we have the zucchini. The zucchini is growing very long and very tall. The middle of them have not been eaten out by squash vine borers. Hopefully not yet. Hopefully they don't get eaten out. We have some yellow leaves on these zucchini plants that I'll be coming back to clip off, just so they won't slow down the growth and development of the rest of the vines. Another look at the my raggedy cucumber patch here. Now the best ones are going to be over here around this side here. Now they always look kind of withered up during the day and the late evening. Towards the night they start bouncing back up. They go in limp mode in order to survive. Now this is a good one here. That's a good one. This one here is pretty decent itself. It may survive. And of course this one here is the tallest one. Still have flowers on it. That's very nice one there. So I should have put these things on trellises, but that may not be the reason why they look this way. I think they look this way because eggs or little insects are on them. And I kind of discovered it too late. Discovered this problem too late. Oh well, there's always another season. I'm not gonna stress about it. Now look at this guy here, right? The little guy there, he growing. He grew a lot in the last couple of days, but look at this big fella here. Wow, that's the yellow watermelon. Okay, and it's doing real good, real good. I discovered a couple of more pretty decent sized ones that's hiding back up in here somewhere. Oh, that's one right there. Yep, there's one there. Pretty decent size. Look very healthy. We have here, I don't know if it's gonna survive or not. It's too small to determine. That's another pretty decent sized one hiding back up in there. And right above it, we have another one. They're growing pretty decent, pretty fast. This one here, this one is new. I think it's pretty new. We got a big one over here somewhere. Well, okay, that's another one there. Oh, another one right beside it, ain't it? Okay, cool, cool. All right, that's not the big one. The biggest one on this side, I think it's this right here. I think that's the biggest one. No. Seems like it should be another bigger than that one, to be honest. Oh, here we go. Right there. So how many I count? There's one. There's two. We had the two that was hanging right beside each other. There's 3 and 4. We got 5. Right, that's 5. This one here, it was not pollinated. If you see it, it's black. The small one right there. Let's go from the top here. Yeah, right there. Yeah, it is. It didn't make it because it didn't get pollinated. Okay, we have another one here that looks like it's pollinated. I'll call it 6. I'll check back in a few days to see what happens. A couple of days. That's 6. Okay, so we're gonna see if I can not fall over here. I don't feel like swimming in watermelon leaves. Well, I ain't gonna. Okay, it's back there somewhere, y'all. That's 7. There's 7 back there somewhere. The 7th one. We'll see it someday. So far back. Okay, 7 on that side, right? These 2 here was what? Yep, 7. Just zoom in. Don't zoom in for me. Yep, y'all see 8. The one right above it there, hiding right there. That's 9. Okay, that was 9. These 2 here, 10 and 11. That's 10 and 11. I may be missing a few, but we're gonna count the 11 on that side. Kind of adds 11. Okay, so 11. This one here is doing pretty good. It was tiny just yesterday. Okay, but that's 12. 12 minutes. Right. See that big guy there? Made funny. Hopefully he's straightened out. I think that's 13. I don't want to lose count. 13. That one died off. It was not pollinated, so it died off. I should have might as well get out here and start doing some hand pollination. Okay, so I got 12, I think. 12, maybe 13. I'm talking from my count off. So 18. We have another one right here that didn't make it. Okay. Okay, so we got another big one over somewhere. Okay, right there. That's either 13 or 14. 13 or 14. I'll throw it up on the screen, the exact number, but I'm not gonna get up in there and fall, so we'll figure it out later on. But that's 13 or 14. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I think I lost that one. Well, I think I know I did. I lost that one, which was the first one that grew in the middle over there. I ain't worried about it. It's still gonna be enough for us. We're not gonna eat watermelon every day, so I'm not gonna eat it every day. Yeah, I'm gonna come back and clean this thing up. Go ahead and pull these yellow leaves off of it. But that's the garden update, yo. That's garden update. Let's look at it from this side here. I hope I hope the corn survived. I hope everything survived, especially the corn. I would say the main thing in this garden, what's important to my family the most in the garden, well, let me say, the most important thing to my family in this garden is going to be, let's start on this side here. This is the most important side for us, okay? Because obviously I eat a lot of sweet potatoes. So that is the number one thing right there. That is the number one thing, sweet potatoes. And the reason why the sweet potatoes are important, like I say, because I eat them all. I mean, I eat them every day pretty much. And the white potatoes are very important. Those two are extremely important. The reason why, like I say, we eat them every day. I eat them every day, sweet potatoes. But the white potatoes, my family love, he knows, right? Sweet potatoes and white potatoes are very caloric dense. Okay, they have a lot of calories in it. Macronutrients. Of course, there are micronutrients in it too, but macronutrients are what I'm worried about for the most part. So if, in the case, if crap hit the fan, we can survive off the sweet potatoes off the calories from sweet potatoes and white potatoes. So they're going to come in handy. Not that I'm planning on some apocalypse or nothing like that happening, but maybe it will. Never can be sure. So, okay, anyway, just move back to what I was trying to say. Most important part is sweet potatoes, white potatoes, the watermelon, and the corn. Those are the most caloric dense plants out here, or crops out here. All right, so those are the four that I'm most concerned about, growing. Although the corn, it may not do me a favor this year. Who knows? Because I look at it really like it's still getting tall, but it just look kind of withered and skinny like. Okay, so if they don't make it, then like I said, we got the sweet potatoes and white potatoes to rely on, and we know we're gonna grow some watermelon, unless some crazy happen. Cause we just counted 13 to 14 of them. As far as the cucumbers, the zucchini, and the squash, yeah, we can put cucumbers in our salads, or we can pickle those cucumbers. As far as the zucchini and squash, we don't eat a lot of zucchini and squash in this house, but it's something that we would love to rely on someday, because obviously they have more calories in them than the chard and the bell peppers, right? And maybe the cucumbers. Now, so these are going to be very important too. Not that they have a lot of calories in them, but they go with some everything. They go with some everything. You can serve those with white potatoes or sweet potatoes on the same plate with your choice of meat. Now, this here is something that's very new to us. We never had rainbow chard before. We never had chard at all. Okay, but that's also a side item. The beans, the chard are side items. Bell peppers are something we're going to use to cook with, or we're going to serve that inside of a salad. And if the cucumbers make it, we'll serve that inside a salad. So we can make meals with the, if we have to rely on just the single carb on our plate other than the meat, it would be either sweet potatoes, white potatoes, corn, squash, or zucchini. The watermelon is a treat. It's a dessert to us, fruit. So it is something that gives you a full feeling, make you feel satiated, not an extreme amount of calories in it, just a lot of water and nutrients, micronutrients. So I know I may have went a bit far with that. I may have went a bit far with that. And look at this, man, that is crazy. That is a lot of foliage, a lot of vines. It's only been, I think now, maybe a week and a half since I've kind of balled this area here. And I know I need to cut my grass, y'all. I know I need to cut the grass. I try to take care of that on Sunday. I don't do nothing on the Sabbath but study and rest. So anyway, I had this thing I want to say about that vine at first. This vine here was about 4 feet probably from the grass. Now look, it's already touching the grass. That's 4 feet. 4 feet that thing has grown. And can be no more than about 10 to 14 days. That's a lot of growth. So we still have, and we're not halfway through here, right? I think this we're probably about what, 5, maybe 6 weeks into this thing by now. Now imagine that, right? Imagine about what we're going to look like in about another 5 or 6 weeks as far as this watermelon. So the watermelon is well worth the money. You pay about what was it, $2.50, $3, something like that per pack of seeds. And we went, well, let me see, we used about 3 packs. May have been 2.5, I think 2.5 packs, something like that. So we spent about what, around $7.50, between $7.50 and $9. But we're gonna, man, you talking about well worth the money, right? 1 million gonna run you about organic. You can't, matter of fact, you can't even find an organic seeded watermelon. But if you did, it's gonna run you $7, $8. See? So we already got 14 growing. And I'm telling how many we're gonna finish with. So we pay basically between $7.50 and $9 for all this watermelon. All these watermelons once they grow. Well worth the money, y'all. So when it comes to gardening, it may be redundant, may be energy and time consuming, but it's well worth the money. If you have the time on your hand, I recommend doing it. If all you do is something very small, like a raised bed or grow inside pots, like a lot of people do, that's easy to maintain, easier to maintain. This route I took is it's the hardest route. It is the most natural route, though. Me, I don't like taking the easy route in life. I don't like the taking the shortcuts in life. So I like to do things the indigenous way. Do things the way our ancestors did it. The things the way the Most High intended. That's why I do things. Nothing against what anybody else do. It's just my choice. This is why I choose to live my life. And the point of me doing these videos is to just encourage others to consider doing things the indigenous way, the original way. Encouraging other people to rely on cultivation. That's cultivation. Agriculture. Okay? Get yourself used to it. I know it may be kind of difficult in the beginning, but all things get easier in a matter of time with just practice and consistency. You want to stay away from those restaurants. Stay away from GMOs. And I think you'll be okay. Yeah, it takes getting dirty. And like I said again, it takes some of your time and your effort, but it's well worth the money. It's also a learning experience. Something that you can most definitely pass down to the next generations. We want to bless our children with knowledge. Okay, we don't want them relying on the things of new, because you can't depend on the new things. GMOs, fast foods. But you can depend on your own ability, your own understanding, or your own knowledge to raise your own food. Anyway, y'all, didn't mean to keep y'all. Thanks again for joining me. Time for me to go in here and do some study. Y'all have yourself a great weekend. Have yourself a happy Sabbath. And that's a wrap. Have a good night.